Coming into this fight, I thought it'd be a boring decision win for Stevenson. He's a more talented, more skilled fighter. Jamal Herring said he's going into this fight, he's going to become a bully and push Stevenson back. Stevenson ended up being the bully in this fight. And it was a very impressive performance. I was very entertained in this fight. Stevenson threw combinations, jab, body shots. He landed everything but the kitchen sink. I thought Jamal would lose the fight anyway, but he did not listen to Bomac's instructions. He had to push Stevenson back. He was reluctant to do so because he didn't like the shots that were coming in. In the last two outings Stevenson had, he was accused of being a boring fighter. He wasn't boring today. He dominated Herring, then got the TKO in the 10th round. Great finish from Shakur Stevenson. Excellent performance. From here, I think we see Stevenson against Valdez in a unification match. Should be very entertaining. I give Stevenson the edge. I think he's more skilled than Valdez. But I do think Valdez is a better puncher than Jamal is. But we'll see what happens. If Stevenson fights like this, and he has the skill and the potential to do so, he's going to be another superstar in boxing. Again, very impressive performance by Stevenson. He takes out Herring, 10th round TKO. I look forward to seeing Valdez and Stevenson in the future. You know, you hear all this talk about Anthony Joshua to step aside and let Fury and Usyk fight for undisputed, and then get a contractual agreement that he gets the winner of that fight. Who says Usyk and Fury want Joshua to step aside? And does Fury want to fight Usyk right away? No, Fury wants to find out what's going to happen in his rematch. Both guys want to make money. Yeah, Usyk wants to be undisputed champion, but he also wants to give Anthony Joshua the rematch to make that extra bread. And why not, right? To Alexander Usyk, this is free money. I'm going to beat him down worse than I did last time. This time, I might stop him. And when you look at Fury, Fury wants AJ to win the fight. I told y'all he wants to bag. He's even offered his services, maybe his trainer services, to help Joshua train, and he guaranteed Joshua will win the fight. Does this sound like a guy that's in a hurry to fight Usyk? He knows that's going to be a difficult style for him, and he's not going to be paid as much as he will be fighting AJ. As boxing fans, we want to see undisputed, but the participants sometimes don't want that. It's common sense. And besides that, I'm one of those guys that want to see the rematch. I want to see what AJ does when he's backed in the corner. AJ says in a rematch, he's going to bring the dog out. I want to see that dog. As far as the rematch itself, so far Eddie Hearn is sticking to March in the UK. And everybody in the boxing community has been keeping track of Anthony Joshua, and it seems like Anthony Joshua is looking for a new trainer. Eddie Hearn says that's not the case. He hasn't decided what he wants to do. He is not replacing Robert McCracken. He hasn't made a decision on Robert McCracken just yet. And everybody had their hopes up that Anthony Joshua was finally going to get an American trainer. Like heavyweight greats before him, Lennox Lewis, Klitschko, Vladimir Klitschko. And also not great yet, but the second best heavyweight in the division, Tyson and Fury. They all went to Crunk. Or maybe Joshua was just picking the trainer's brain to see what he could do different to beat Usyk. I know one thing, March is not far behind. Him and whoever he's working with need to get a plan together. Whereas Robert McCracken, Ronnie Shields, we are almost in November. That gives him 5 months, and Anthony Joshua needs all the time he can get. As far as Usyk goes, when it's concerning Tyson Fury, Usyk comes off very confident, and he says he's very capable of beating Tyson Fury, almost like he's saying Tyson Fury is overrated. I get what he's saying. Tyson Fury is not king of the division, and the only one that thinks he's king is him and his fanboys. I mean, they elevated this guy to legendary status for beating Wilder 3 times. Granted, he's a good fighter, great skills. I got him number 2 in the heavyweight division. Some people have him number 1. And more than likely, he'll be the favorite if he fights Usyk. But Usyk is capable of beating Fury. And it seems like Bob Arum and Frank Warren wants to fight more than Fury does. Or maybe they could be posturing. But for Fury to be great in the best of his era, he's going to have to step up his game. He have to fight Dillian White, Andy Ruiz, Usyk, Anthony Joshua. You get it. All the top heavyweights in his era. It's not a coincidence that he fought Wilder 3 times and he fought Klitschko once. Wouldn't give him a rematch. Let that sink in. And if Usyk defeats Joshua once again, Fury, I'm telling you right now, he is coming. Anyway, leave your thoughts and comments below. Jay Beezy, I'm gone.